make the strings.
Alright guys, so we picked up a transmission for the Civic, and Junkyard Dave over here. Dave, where'd you get that shirt?
Same place it came from last time.
That's like your favorite shirt. Like, I think out of all the shirts that you've ever worn, like, that's probably your favorite one.
I mean, I wear a lot of shirts.
I guess the best things in life are free. But, so yeah, David is helping me tear apart this this new used tranny. Blake pressure washed it earlier today. And so we're going to go ahead and tear this thing apart and actually weld the diff in it. And get it ready to throw in the car. Because I think I'm going to go to the drag races. What do you think, Ty? Another drag racing video? Do you think I'm going to run 11?
Depends if this one shifts into second or not.
So this is supposedly a LX transmission, so it's more of like the base model, like a Y7 tranny, LX, CX, DX, whatever. It's a base model tranny, so the gearing in it is a little bit different. So theoretically, in third gear, I should be able to trap like 120 something with the rev limiter at like 8,200 RPM or something. What's that? Like a detemp pin?
Yeah.
So yeah, instead of having to shift to fourth doing the drag run, I should be able to leave it in second. So even if I can't shift this tranny, at least I won't have to shift it into fourth and kind of get it back into boost at the end of the track like I was doing. So hopefully we'll be able to run an 11-second pass, hopefully by the end of this video. But yeah, Dave's gonna get this thing torn apart. We're gonna freaking welder. Dave used to have a long time ago. Didn't you weld the diff in your transfer case?
In my DSM, it self-welded. No, in the center diff and the Talon, it self-welded itself.
So you had one of he had one of these things.
500 horsepower one.
And how fast was it?
Like 2010.
How fast was it?
2009.
I don't know.
Do you think it's gonna?
When it ran.
Do you think
It was fast when it ran until the reason
it's only that bolt right there?
Whatever.
Because that's like a little.
So the way the way the center diff welded itself was the transfer case locked up on the highway, and I had to get off the highway, so I launched it at like red line,
Yeah.
and it just like literally the washer in between the diff, like it was like a perfect weld, but the washer was like sticking out.
Huh. So you had to weld the center diff.
Yeah.
Did you drive it around like that?
It's tight, yeah.
And then what happened to it?
And then I parted it out.
Why did it blow up?
I just got the new transfer case from Dodge, and then they installed it, and I drove it for a little bit, and then parted it.
Was it fast?
Yeah.
So what do you think's gonna be faster, my $2,500 DSM or your $25,000 Hellcat?
I'm probably the Hellcat because it'll actually last.
Do you think? So I think I'm gonna call out Dave's. So if you haven't seen, Dave has a Hellcat he's rebuilding, but I think we're gonna be doing a little bit of a race. We're gonna do the old school DSM versus. Is that the new DSM?
It's a Dodge.
Yeah, it's Chrysler. So is that like old school DSM versus new?
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't know what it
it's
is.
like whatever they did, that's what it is now.
So we're gonna freaking race them.
You have to pull this out, don't you?
I think here, give it a little tap to the side, like twist it, and then I think it'll come out. So yeah, Dave's gonna start tearing this thing apart. I'm gonna pull the transmission out of this guy, and we're gonna race here in a couple weeks.
Couple of weeks.
Well, I gotta get her
Maybe
tuned.
a little bit longer than a couple of weeks, maybe like a month.
Is that how long it's gonna take you?
Oh, have like the panels and stuff painted.
Oh, you don't need painted panels.
Oh yeah.
You'll be all right.
That'd be sick. Have like a rat rod Hellcat just going around.
No, I mean I was gonna drive it home without any fenders and stuff.
Yeah, just go do that.
Oh, it'll just be like your truck. So your truck build still isn't even done yet.
Oh, fine. You know, I'm just missing that one essential piece.
What are those?
Headlights.
Wow. So Dave got the tranny all apart, and I'm getting ready to weld this this diff. The nice thing about the front wheel drive stuff is they actually come out of the diff and like a normal rear wheel drive come out too, but they just take a lot more effort. And do you have to re-shim a rear wheel drive?
Keep all the shims lined up.
Yeah, but anyhow, in this, like, basically what we're gonna do is just kind of weld right there in that corner, this corner, that corner, and that corner, and then we'll weld this to the housing just a little bit. And I'm just gonna try to make sure that's like nice and centered in there, because it does have like a little bit of play. And I think we should be ready to rock. Alright, so I just got done welding the diff. It's basically just weld the little corners, and then I welded it right there on the little edge. And yeah, I mean, I think it's not the prettiest welds, but I think she'll freaking hold. So I guess Dave's gonna go ahead and throw it back in. I'm gonna continue working on pulling the tranny out here, and hopefully we'll be able to do some Civic burnouts tonight. Alright guys, so David got the tranny all together, and I went ahead and I picked it up and I stuck it in the car, so it's all in there. That's actually the old tranny, but yeah, she's pretty close. I'm gonna get some new seals for the axles tomorrow, and then a little bit more of the MTF, that Valvoline Synchro Mesh. I guess that's pretty good stuff, and you know what a lot of people recommend on this. So I just hope this tranny's good, but we'll be back tomorrow to finish up throwing the axles in it, and we're gonna take it to the track, so I'm stoked about that. All right, Nick, what's going on? What's going on over here today, bud?
Trevor's doing Honda things.
Honda things. Well, you're the king of Honda things. Come on, what was it doing wrong?
What was it doing wrong?
Yeah.
The car or you?
Both.
Well, you can't shift, so.
No, I think I mean, that tranny feels a little bit better. I think Dave did some extra. What did you do to the tranny when we had it out? Did you do some extra stuff in there? Okay, all right. Well, I think there we go. So we have the new transmission in it, and I don't know what was wrong with me in the brakes and all that other stuff, but it has LX brakes on it. I thought these were like magical brakes, and because they had like this cool push slider thing, so I thought they were off like an EX or something, or like an SI. So I didn't get LX brake pads, and these are actual LX brakes. So it took me a long time to figure that out. So I bought new rotors and pads and some other stuff, and then I got EX calipers, and they wouldn't fit, and I had to grind them, and those are Nick's. Because he put Willwoods on his car, but he didn't want to sell me the Willwoods, so I'm going to get some Willwoods coming for this, but they probably won't fit either.
Probably not. If those don't fit, the Willwoods ain't going to fit.
So, anyhow, we got spacers back on, and we got the freaking welded diff in here. Blake changed the oil. We got some tranny fluid in it, some manual tranny fluid, the MTF. So now I'm going to double check the oil pan bolts. They seem like they like to come loose, so I'm going to double check those real quick, put the charge pipe back on it, throw the schlicks on it, and load it on the trailer and go to the drags tonight. So I'm kind of ashamed to admit it, but Nick, he has a 2018, right?
Yeah.
Ford Focus ST bone stock.
It's got a stage 2 rear motor mount. That's it.
And we raced the Saab the other night.
The other night?
It was like a month ago.
10 months ago.
And he beat the freaking Saab in that. So he's going to go to the drags tonight, and he wants to run a 13.
I don't think it's going to happen.
It might not happen, but I mean, at least I want to run an 11. That's what I want. I think I got, this thing has a freaking 11.7, 11.8 in it, where I almost get kicked out of the track, because I think 11.5 is where you get kicked out of the track. But I'm going to quit babbling. We're going to put this freaking thing back together. That's where you need a cage.
Oh, it's 10 second.
Yeah, you don't need a cage in a Hellcat.
So I'm pretty sure it's 10 second.
It's like 10.
Yeah, you break a 10, you have to. I'm almost
And you know,
positive. It's whatever NHRA or 8.
I mean, I honestly don't know. Oh, and maybe should I even wash this thing, because it's going to do that same thing tonight? Should I wash it?
Send it.
Send it, Blake. We'll wash the top of it. we won't wash the bottom of it. But I'm freaking stoked now that the brakes are freaking on here and they work. And we're gonna run an 11.8. Is that 11.8, 11.7? We're gonna do it. Alright guys, so we made it out here to the drags. Finally got my MotionAuto sticker on here. Some more Honda boys out here. Black Evo. Makes me miss my There's not a whole lot of people out here tonight, which seems pretty cool. But here's another Honda running over here. I need to see what lanes are the time only, and because I'm not doing any classes or anything. I'm just time only. And we'll see if we can run for a pass. Hi boys. First time with the drags with the welded diff, the LX tranny, so taller gears, so I should be able to just stay in third. We'll see. I might have to raise my rev limiter. If not, we might shift to fourth, but I don't know. Kind of excited to see what she'll freaking do with the welded diff and not breaking stuff. So hopefully we get out of the hole pretty hard, which last time I think we had that pretty dialed in. So let's see what freaking happens, boys. I'm racing a Honda 2000. I think it's turboed. That was my first pass right there. Right off the trailer, ran a 12.1 at 119. So that was with a 1.7, 60 foot. I think the last time we were out here, we did a 1.63. So if we could get her down to that, we're gonna frickin' run an 11. So I'm pretty stoked about that. I'm gonna lower the tire pressure. You can see they're not quite all the way squished right now. I'm gonna get them all the way squished, and I'm gonna be a little bit better on the tree, because when I kind of hesitated and didn't leave the way I kind of wanted to on the two-step. So I'm gonna lower the tire pressure and go out for another run. Getting ready to do my second run. I'm actually really surprised at how many cars are out here tonight in the time only class. I think everybody's bringing out their fresh new builds and stuff. You see, I turned down that tire pressure a little bit. We got that freaking wrinkle in it. So yeah, I got a bunch of other guys trying to go through tech. There's like 3 Evos and a Mustang, and it looks like a Mercedes of some sort. But I think that's a Fairmont wagon. I'm pretty sure that's pretty cool. Got a GTO, some other turbo Civic guys. This S2000 that I raced. Some other Civic stuff. Somebody that we know, it's a supercharged Chevy truck. It's a big old brakes on it. And then my buddy Nick, that was at the shop earlier, he's running his bone stock ST. So I think we're gonna see what he freaking runs. I raced this guy in my Supra, actually the other one, and broke my transmission. And let's see what else we got. Yeah, this guy, raced him last time, so I don't want to race him because I don't want to break my tranny this time again. But, yeah, some pretty cool cars out here. Another guy that I know, he has this dragster over here, so I'm stoked to see that run. John, I like the wrap. What are you running in this thing tonight?
We're gonna run 8th mile. I'm gonna try to hit a 5:10.
5:10.
We'll see what goes.
This thing's a beast.
It might go faster if it hooks.
It's gonna be faster than my Civic, no matter what.
Yeah. I think I have to take it out of the train.
Rocket. Look at you. See, I'm there, number 15 on the right. You can see I ran a 1.66 60 foot and did a 12.3 at 118. So I think my back half, I just need to shift this thing. That's what I need to do. I need to freaking shift it. Mile an hour's there, 60 foot's there. It's just that the middle, I think I just need to freaking clean up my damn shifts. But the tranny's doing some weird stuff right now. It really doesn't even want to let me put it in like first, just idling here. Sank it really freaking sucks still. So I kind of don't know what to do. I think the best, if I want anything out of this car, speed-wise, I need to do like a D2B tranny, do like a GSR tranny or something like that. But yeah, I want to run an 11 tonight. That's the goal. So that last race, I ran a 14.9. I was playing with the laptop. I turned up the boost in second and third gear, and then I was like, okay, well, we'll enable the no lift shift, and I did that, and it set the rem limit at like 6,300 instead of like, I don't know. I need to play with that stuff a little bit more, but so I disabled that. But we have more boost in second and third, so we'll see what we can run. At 123. Woo-hoo! Hell yeah. We did it. Alright guys, so I guess the Civic finally did something, I guess along the lines of what it almost should be doing. I mean, honestly, it should probably be running about hopefully a little bit closer to a 10. But she's in one piece. But man, this tranny is just I don't know. The D series cursed tranny. We didn't break one, and that was good. It felt good, you know, leaving the line. Definitely think it needs some sort of alignment. I mean, I was basically kind of really kind of fighting it a little bit. But it wasn't terrible. If you guys have ever driven a Civic without power steering in like parking lot, it's like not too bad. But you try doing that with these freaking big old, you know, 9.5 inch wide slicks or 8.5 inch wide slicks at like 6 psi with a big old scrunch sidewall and a welded diff. Man, talk about a workout. Like I almost I was gonna pull out and this one car was coming and I like had to go around him and I almost freaking ran into the trash can just because how hard it was to actually do that. So maybe I need to be working on the forearms a little bit more. But at least it's one piece. It ran pretty good. And yeah, I mean, at least the engine and everything's super solid. It's just the freaking shift in it. So here we are, 167, 60 foot. My reaction time was actually really freaking good on that one. And look at that. Freaking 11.7, 123. So yeah, that's some pretty good numbers right there. I kind of when I between shifts, instead of like letting it kind of fall out of boost a little bit more, kind of jammed it in. And then this was the first run of the night. So the first and last run, yeah, look at that reaction time right there. That was pretty good. And 166, 60 foot. You can see it was a little bit faster up top right there. And then obviously 118, 12, 127, and 1170 at 123. So that's, yeah, I guess that's pretty much it. There is going to be a little bit of a break on the channel this next week. Basically me and Jamie and the baby are going to be going out to Disneyland and kind of doing a little family vacation out there. Kind of take a little bit of the break off YouTube, you know, the giveaway things. It's pretty stressful, all that type of stuff. The Supra is going bye-bye tomorrow. We have an enclosed transport coming to pick it up. So that thing won't be around anymore. It's been sad. It's pretty much just been sitting here, and I mean, it's not our car anymore, so we can't really drive it or anything like that. So, yeah, get that thing freaking loaded up tomorrow. Get that sent out to Andy, and then I'm ordering a bunch of parts for the K-swap for this thing or the 4-door. I still kind of haven't decided whether I'm going to do the K-Series all-wheel drive craziness thing in this, or if I'm going to do it in a 4-door. So I really like this car. I like the way it looks in pictures and videos and stuff, and I feel like it has a little bit more relevancy on the channel than like a 4-door. But I kind of don't know what to do with this engine once I pull it out. Like obviously there's like 500 horsepower for D-Series. It'd be an awesome street car motor. It'd be like good for like a sleeper Civic. So maybe we might be doing something like that. But yeah, nonetheless, I think the D-Series days are kind of coming to an end. You know, when we get back, I should have a lot of parts for the K-Series stuff, and we'll probably hop right into swapping this thing over. Or I mean, I'll probably just swap it in there, and then maybe we'll probably build a sleeper. But yeah, I think you know, I was kind of talking to one of my buddies about like, you know, why don't I just build the transmission in here? And it's one of those things like, you know, if I were to spend, let's say, $2,500 building the transmission in this thing, I might as well do that to a K-Series like all-wheel drive transmission that has a lot more potential in the whole setup, especially in the K-Series engines and all that type of stuff. So I'm really excited to do that stuff. Again, if you haven't seen, I do have a whole Wagovan rear diff kit. I did order the Hub City kit for the rear, so basically the bolt-on rear trailing arms and all that other stuff. The car was so much better being able to actually stop it at the end of the track. The front brakes, you could actually tell they're working now, and that's really good. But yeah, again, a little bit of a break. I'll be coming back probably with some videos around next Saturday or Sunday. Maybe I'll upload something while we're there or live stream or something. But if you kind of want to keep up with what I'm doing this next week, be sure to follow me on Instagram. If you guys are, you know, like the Civic content and going to the drag races and stuff, it's, you know, definitely it's easier content for me to produce. It's cheaper. You know, the drag strip's not too far away from the shop and stuff like that. So, yeah, give it a thumbs up if you like that. If you haven't subscribed yet, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And if you're already subscribed and you don't see my videos all the time, there's like a little notification bell. Hit that. But appreciate you guys watching, and frickin' see you later.